Hello, everyone, and welcome to 21st Century Geography, wherever you are logging in from. My name is Daniel Bryant, and I am the author of this course. I'm sure your instructor will be meeting with you and contacting you soon about himself or herself, but I just wanted to take a minute or two and welcome you to the course and also to kind of lay out the course for you and to give you a quick tour of what you're going to be experiencing as you take this course. 21st century geography is about one key word, and that is globalization. Talking about globalization as far as what it is and how it affects the world today. This image is a very good representation of what globalization is, and it is the fact that countries, people, things are connected to each other, and that something that happens on one side of the world can impact people living on the other side of the world. You probably don't realize it where you are, but or you may realize it where you are, but the things you do, the things you eat, the things you wear, etc., all types of things about your culture are influenced by people and countries and events happening all over the world. Thinking about globalization in a little different way, uh, going along with this image here, is that globalization involves business and economics coming together with technology, coming together with culture, and these three items, along with other items, have helped create, foster, and sustain globalization in the world today and caused it to grow. Not only business and economics, technology, culture historically, but also like I said, things that are happening this very moment. So what you're seeing on the screen now is the list of the units that we're going to be going through in the course. We're going to start out with defining what geography is and looking at its definition and also how we gather data as geographers, and also looking at what the basics of geography are. And then the second unit, we're going to look at a good working definition of what globalization is, look at historically where globalization came from, what events helped foster it and create it. Then we're going to look at globalization and the physical environment, and then go through other aspects of how globalization affects different things, such as globalization and culture in the fourth unit, globalization and economics in the fifth unit, and then in the sixth unit, globalization and politics. The seventh unit you see there is going to be a all-encompassing culminating project that will take in all 6 units, and that will serve as your final exam grade. What you see now is what you should have seen, or at least something that looks like this, is what you seen when you logged into the course. What I want to do now is to kind of give you a quick walkthrough of some important features of the course and the platform that you're using, Haiku here, and should hope you be more successful as you go through this course. Okay, on the left here with the arrow that's pointing to it is this left navigation bar, which is the most important navigation bar of the course. It allows you to navigate through the different parts of the course, the information about the course, and also the content of the course, which we will break down in just a second. This upper toolbar here allows you to navigate in terms of the calendar for the course, when assignments are laid out, when they're due. It allows you to connect with different students in the course as well as myself. Allows you to get into the discussions and so on. And then finally, the last term here allows you to get into the assessment part, where you can find the assignments, tests. Your grades will also be accessible through there. So you will have both these toolbars are very important for you to become familiar with. So you may want to take some time and click through them, especially this upper one, so that you can see that it's different features. Okay, you should have already seen this screen if you're watching this video, because this is where you found this video. But this is the general course information screen, and when you click on it, it will expand, and you see these new sites on the left navigation bar, which I'll talk about in just a second. You see a cartoon, just to kind of make you think about geography for just a second, and you see a little welcome from your instructor, and you also see your first assignment, which is a Word document which you will download and you will fill it out, which will give me some basic information about you and your parent or guardian. And a very important thing that it will ask you to do is to decide on some times after school for you to meet as a class, to have discussions with me, to go over content, etc. So in this Word document, if you'll choose 2 or 3 times after school, I'll compile that information and send out kind of the top 3 times that everybody chooses, and that way your instructor will be able to set the time for your class meetings. Real quickly, some other parts of this page that you see on the screen. The Meet Your Teacher section will allow you to get some information about your instructor. The course overview will give you just a general description about what the course is. Grading policies will let you know how you're going to be evaluated in the course. The course schedule lays out how long each unit should take, and you should look at that real carefully and kind of pace yourself out in terms of how often you want to work and how much you want to work each day. And then course expectations lays out the expectations we have for you as you take this course. Okay, now I've clicked on course content and on the left navigation bar, and when you click on course content, it breaks down into the different units, and I've also then clicked on the first unit and it's expanded further, and you can see the 3 concepts that are in the first unit as well as the place where your unit 1 assessment is. So, and you should be seeing them here on the left navigation bar where the arrow is pointing. When you click on each unit, you will see a image to make you start thinking about what's going to be in the unit. It will tell you the North Carolina standards that go along with that unit. It will lay out the essential questions that you're going to be thinking about and learning about each unit, and then also will lay out the vocabulary for the unit. And when you see these lists of vocabulary words, you need to define those words and write them in a sentence or create a sentence that uses that word in context. Make sure as you define these words, either going through the different concepts or you go on the internet, that you define the words in the lens of geography or thinking about geography. Okay, now I've clicked on one of the concepts and it expands out to where you see the instructional materials, and on the concept main page you'll see the specific essential questions for that concept, and you also see clear learning goals, which are some key, not just activities, but concepts and ideas you're going to be thinking about as you work with activities. Okay, and the final screen I want to show you is what the instructional materials are, and in each concept you need to go to the instructional materials, and here's where you're going to find places to take notes. You'll find videos, you'll find instructional activities, discussions, group activities, and other learning experiences as you work with each concept. Make sure as you go through the instructional materials you identify what are the assignments that you need to complete for each concept, and you complete them and turn them into your instructor. Finally, I wanted to mention some tips for success. First of all, it is very important that you pace yourself. You do not want to wait until a couple days before the end of the 9 weeks or a couple days before progress reports go out and try to cram a lot of work in. Your work will not be, or tend to not be, high quality, and you probably will not be happy with the grades. It's also important in terms of participating in class meetings, which is the second tip for success, that you pace yourself and that you're following along at a steady and a manageable pace to do the work. So again, talking about the second tip for success, please attend the class meetings. You'll interact with the instructor, you'll interact with other students, you can ask questions, and you can learn about some tricky parts that may be in assignments, and you can get help with assignments. So it's important you attend those class meetings. And then the third tip for success is to ask questions. Please email your instructor and ask questions, and they are here to help you and here to help you learn. So please take advantage of that. So this was kind of an introduction to the course, and I wish you all the success, and I hope you enjoy the course, and happy learning.